All right, and welcome back. As you know, the holidays are right around the corner, and while it can be a really fun and joyous time of year, it can also feel a bit overwhelming. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to feel that way. Selling your home over the holidays does not need to feel like there's extra stress involved. It gives you the unique opportunity to showcase your home in a light that you only really get during the holiday season. You'll be able to create a warm and inviting space in your home that buyers are absolutely going to fall in love with and ultimately present you with the best offers. You also have the added benefit of knowing that nobody who's going out to look at homes on December 18th is there to kick tires or, looking for some home design ideas. So, without further ado, let's get into my top tips for staging your home over the holidays. Hi, I'm Damian Marks, your local realtor here in the Lower Mainland, and maybe your own Secret Santa, who knows? And I work with sellers just like you, work smarter, not harder. Now, you might be thinking that the holidays are a bit of an unusual time to sell a home. Well, let me assure you that buyers are absolutely out there. With all the rate cuts that we've seen in the past few months, as well as the considerable increase in buyer demand in October and November, I do expect the winter months to continue that trend and be a busy time in the market. You want your home to feel festive without going overboard. And so that's why we're going to be going over my top staging tips for the holiday season. So grab some hot chocolate, sit down, and now let's get into it. You're gonna wanna keep your decorations simple. While you might be tempted to go completely overboard, maybe a casual Santa's workshop in your front yard, maybe an animatronic Grinch running around your roof. We've all seen those houses in our neighborhoods, and while you love to see them in your neighborhood over the holidays, when you're selling, not so much. This is an instance where less is more. A simple wreath on the door, a beautifully decorated tree, and some soft Christmas lighting throughout the house can really go a long way. Think festively tasteful and simple and not overwhelming. Let your home's features shine. The holidays are a warm and inviting time of year, but at the end of the day, the buyers still need to actually see the house and not just the decorations. You're gonna want to avoid putting decorations in front of features your home has, whether that's fireplaces, windows, or built-ins. You want the buyers to see the house and not the decorations. If you have a window with a great view, let that be the star of the show and not the beautiful tree you plan to put in front of it. Appeal to the senses. Nothing says welcome home like the smell of some fresh baked cookies or maybe even some cinnamon in the air. But don't go too heavy-handed on this. Subtle scents like pine, vanilla, even some holiday potpourri go a long way to creating that fantastic holiday vibe in your home. Boost your curb appeal. First impressions matter, especially during the holidays. A few strands of some colored lights or white lights and a festive doormat combined with some fresh added greenery can really go a long way in creating that warm, inviting environment from the curb. You're also going to want to make sure that if it is snowy, you're going to keep those walkways clear and safe. Keep things bright and cheerful. Let's face it, during the winter, days can feel a bit gray, drab, and dreary, but it doesn't have to feel that way inside your home. Having a few festive lights strung up at the home or even some added candles can really go a long way in improving the lighting and the brightness within the home. And to help ensure that your home shows in the best possible light, no pun intended, you are going to want to make sure that all the lights are on, your windows and blinds are open, and if you do have some light fixtures and those yellow light bulbs that diffuse the light and create that yellow light, you may want to consider replacing those, or at the very least, swapping out those yellow light bulbs for white light bulbs. Set the scene with a holiday table. Now, picture this, a beautifully set table with some sparkling napkins or a simple centerpiece. This is going to help buyers imagine them hosting their own holiday gatherings in that space. Remember, it's easy to go overboard, so you want to think elegant, not overcluttered. Depersonalize, and yes, even during the holidays. And I know this is a tough conversation to have. In fact, I just had it with some clients last week. We're listing their home next week. And yeah, that was a bit of a tougher point for them. And you're going to want to remove any overly personal items or ornaments. large quantities of family photos, anything that is going to make it difficult for the buyer to imagine themselves in the space. You don't want the buyer thinking about all the great family memories that you've made in the home. You want them starting to think about the memories that they could be making in the home. What I always say to my clients is, if you capture their hearts, you're going to get their offers. Declutter and clean like a pro. This is the perfect time to be ruthless with any clutter that you do have around the house. Maybe the setup you have in the living room and your Christmas tree makes the space feel a little bit cramped. Well, you may want to consider maybe removing some furniture or even rearranging it so the space feels more open and inviting. You're also going to want to pay some particular attention to how clean the cooking surfaces are. These are things that get used every day, and often buyers will look at those, and if they see that they're really dirty, they're going to wonder, what else has been missed in the house. So you're going to want to make sure you do a deep clean, and I hate to say it, but don't leave any stone unturned. You want to remove as much doubt from the buyer's minds as possible. Don't be afraid to show off some winter-ready features of your home. Do you have a really great fireplace? Well, guess what? Fire that bad boy up for any showings or open houses that you're going to have. Or maybe you have a very efficient heating system or energy efficient windows. Well, don't be afraid to highlight how little it costs to actually heat and maintain that space. While these might not seem like big things, they do check boxes for buyers and something they absolutely do love to see. Know your audience. If you're living in a family-friendly neighborhood, then you certainly may want to consider, having a more of a festive tree with some stockings hung up, something that will appeal to families. Or perhaps you're selling a home in a high-rise downtown or wherever it is, then you may want to consider a more sleek and minimalist form of decorating to appeal to those buyers. It's really important to strategize and know who the likely buyer for your home is and do your best to appeal to them. So that's it. There you have it. Those are my top tips for staging your home during the holidays. It doesn't have to be some intricate juggling act. With a few simple tweaks, you will be able to transform those spaces into warm, inviting places where buyers will already feel at home. Remember, the key to all of this is to balance both showcasing the holiday decorations which you want to have out there, but also showcasing your home's best features. Which was your favorite holiday staging tip? Was there one that I missed that you really think should be included? Well, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you are thinking about making a move over the holiday season, my team and I would love to hear from you, so please reach out. And as always, if you found this information helpful, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. And please feel free to share this information with anybody who you think may benefit. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.